Dina, Julia, bravo, bravo, yeah. And if you notice, I said first Dina, then Julia, because of this sonata, yeah? It's obviously for piano and violin, yeah? Because violin is like, I mean, not in this context of this movement, but it's like a cherry on the cake, right? So it's so the violin has to integrate into the texture of piano, and every time you play with different pianists, you must change, obviously. Yeah. So whatever you learn at home may not be valid. Yeah. So and for that matter, I would like to emphasize your attention into your coloring of your instrument and how you position yourself with the voices when you play inside the texture of the piano, because the texture is very rich, and the piano has to, smartly not cover, not overpower the solo line, but at the same time provide the, very dense accompaniment. So it's a quite difficult and challenging movement from that, and you have to, in some, especially in the lower register, you have to really project. Especially the shorter note, ya yaradara, laradara, di na da 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 da, la ni la da da da. So you have to really play, articulate well in the left hand here, and sometimes also in the right hand. But let's talk in details. Try as much as we can to touch on the, what can we do to add more drama. That's another thing that I'd like to talk about, is the drama of the second movement. Yeah, the way it starts. So this piano, Dina, what do you think? It starts in piano, and then there is a crescendo. Until what dynamics you think it should be? Forte, mezzo forte, fortissimo. Guide me through, please. Mezzo forte?
But I do usually more, depends on.
I think not. Let me politely disagree with you, yeah? Because if Franck wanted the mezzo forte, he would have written in the end of the crescendo, he would put mezzo forte. Until the end?
No, then there's another crescendo into forte.
Yes, only in the fourth bar, but not in the first two bars. Not in two measures. Then there is a crescendo only until mezzo piano, only half dynamics. And that's why, it should sound really mysterious, creating the image, could be, God forbid, the earthquake is coming. And we still don't understand what is happening. And then finally, in the third measure is a crescendo until bar number 4, which is a passionato. But you start passionato already in the first bar. It should not, yeah? So, and play as less pedal. I really appreciate the way you played the beginning. Very difficult, very difficult. And you don't over pedal this, and that's fantastic, yeah? Okay, once more, please. Yeah, I would, yes, I can, sorry. This is not a piano masterclass, God forbid, I'm not a pianist. No, because, but I think left hand should be more than the right hand, because the right hand, yeah, tarada is a repeated notes, but the left hand is moving. Yes, and that really leads us to the mezzo forte. Yeah, so please look for unusual. Oh, sorry, I'm going to destroy the music. God forbid. Okay, see, you have to look for the unusual things that are not anticipated. You see, and then the syncopated note. So everything that is unexpected should be highlighted. Yeah. It's too much, still too much, because it's only mezzo forte. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure, yeah, from... Yes. Yeah, I would not start heroically here. Da, 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 da. That's traditionally how it is played. Yeah, but I would play la, da, 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 chi, di, di, di. And he writes the bowings, yeah, and that's your phrasing. Ya, da, da, po, da, ba, da, chi, di, di, di. La, da, 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 la, da, chi, di, di, di. La, da, 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 la, da, 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 la, da, chi, da, la, da, di, 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 chi, da, 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 da. And still having the long vision of the phrase, yeah? That's the challenge, yeah? Because if you play la da 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 chi di 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 da 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 da, it's beautiful, but it lacks the harmonical sections. Da 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 di di. Directly from your entrance, please, yeah? Julia. Yes, the bass is a little overpowering the. We have the open lead, which is fine, but you have to be really careful. Yeah, yeah. Because A string and D string, they don't sound as brilliant as the E string. When Julia plays on the E string, you don't have to worry. But in the mid register, we always have to be careful. Yeah. Can we go from? La, da, chi, di. Is that okay? Chi, up beat to 30. Sorry. So we're also losing the rhythm, you know. Of course, we are passionate. It has to be passionate, yeah. But you have to really, for every note that you play, yara da 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 da. Dina is playing 4 semiquavers, yara da 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 da. So don't play too much around this. And in your vibrato, you should have 4 semiquavers. So electric here, yeah. Well, can we go from once more? La, la, la. Yes, sir. Also, it sounds very detached. You know, you play ta da do di di, and Dina is playing. There is the inner voice ta la chi di 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 da 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 da, and that's a la da da. You have to answer chi di 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 di. And you should somehow make connection, talk to each other, yeah? Because at times you're playing, your part, which is very demanding, I know this, yeah? And you play yourself, yeah? Okay, once more. Yeah, really appassionato here. La ti ya da ra 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 ti ya ra ra ra. Real vibrato. Ti ti ya da ra da. Yum pam pam. Yeah, can you play this alone, please? Ti ti. Yeah, you see, the problem is, sorry, may I?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, okay. I won't kill it. No, 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 no. So. So you see, I wanted to try your violin, yeah, because so you don't play enough legato and connections between the notes. And the bow is a little heavy here. That's why it's difficult to control. All right, so. Okay. Yum. Good. Yeah, so play. Loro ciri ciram piara da 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 da. Loro cira ra ra. Second stage, yeah, second step, yeah. Cira ra ra. Yeah, it sounds very fragmented, yeah? So, chiram param pira, chiara chira da da toro, la ra ra chiram para chira, lead, chira ta ra chire, as if, you're going into this second step, chira da ra chira, la ra, open up, like singer, yeah? Once more, chi. Nice. Change color. Not here. You see, the color changes only here. No, don't prepare. Change vibrato. Yeah, everything, but not in expense of tempo here. Yeah, chi da ra ra chi la da da chi da 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 ya ba da 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 di 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 no no. Has to be really structured. Yeah, and change always coloring. Yeah, pressure of the instrument into the instrument. Yeah, by the bow. Then different vibrato. These are your arsenal that you have to work on. Huh? Can we go from la ra ra la la second step, upbeat. Yeah. So you see, you are in control, Dina. You are in control of rallentando here. Is ya ta 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 ya ta 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 po 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 ya ta 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 ti ri 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 ti. Poco più lento, new tempo here, but preserve. Right. But because please connect always the bass line with the right. And you follow. Yeah. Okay. So you are at the total mercy of the pianist here, right? So chi la ra ra di. Yeah, but you're late. Yeah, da 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 da, and our rallentando is here. Yeah, pa 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 pa. Yeah, see, once more. This you should take it like this. You know, you should observe the ocean from the shore. There's lots of things are happening here. And you see the little boat, yeah, but very far. It is very distant, right? Okay, once more. Don't stop, don't stop. Yeah, this should be like a voice, voice from afar, lonely voice. And quite exposed, actually, you know. More. Yeah, I think the color change is here. It's not non-vibrato. It's on the contrary. You played too much vibrato before. Yeah, but I would actually change the vibrato. Can we go for a second time? Yeah, it's too much espressivo.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. It's getting dark. Yeah, those are like explosions. Like tsunamis, yeah? Or unchained. Unchained, yeah. Bravo. Continue. Even more. Yeah. Just join in. Yeah. Follow the piano. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's great. Yeah.